Welcome to the Teach-Lead-Innovate podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of innovation, leadership, and transformative ideas shaping the future of education and technology. Each episode is a journey into the minds of visionary educators, thinkers, and leaders who are not just talking about change, they're living it. Real people leading real change. This is where passion meets practice and ideas come to life. Welcome to the Teach-Lead-Innovate podcast.
Happy New Year, Teach-Lead-Innovate listeners. Welcome to 2025. It's a brand new year filled with endless possibilities, fresh goals, and yes, a whole lot of enthusiasm. At least until we hit February, right? Let's be honest, how many of us have had made ambitious resolutions only to watch them fade faster than leftover party snacks? Welcome to Walk the Talk Wednesday, where we focus on actionable practices that align with core values. Today, we're diving into the power of consistency, why slow progress wins the race, and how small daily habits can lead to big changes in your teaching, leadership, and personal life. Now, I made a joke just a few seconds ago about February, right? Well, obviously, I hope the enthusiasm continues into the new year and then far into it all the way until December 31st, 2025 and beyond, right? But did you know that by the second week of February, according to the Statistic Brain Research Institute, over 80% of New Year's resolutions are abandoned? But here's the thing. It's not about willpower or even setting goals. It's about building habits that stick. James Clear, in his groundbreaking book, Atomic Habits, emphasizes that the key to lasting change is consistency, not intensity. He writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." This means it's not enough to say, I want to improve classroom engagement, or I want to be a better leader. You need systems, small, repeatable actions that will gradually move you towards those goals. So let's take a look at how consistency has made a difference in real-world educational settings. So first, let's take a look at Riverdale High School in Chicago, Illinois. At Riverdale High, a science teacher, Maria Gonzalez, committed to spending just 5 minutes every morning reviewing the previous day's exit tickets. And by the end of the semester, her class showed a 15% improvement in quiz scores. Her secret? Consistency. Reviewing small data points daily helped her adjust lessons in real time. And let's talk about leadership, consistency from the leadership aspect, right? Principal Mark Taylor at Green Valley Middle School in San Antonio, Texas, implemented a practice of visiting at least 2 classrooms every morning. Over the course of a year, this consistent presence boosted teacher morale and resulted in a 20% increase in positive feedback from staff during annual surveys. I can't speak enough about that point, about being visible, right? I made it a point every single day, as much as I possibly could, right? So if we're talking the school year, you know, things come up as a principal or vice principal, whatever your leadership position is in the school. As building administrator, it's important to be visible. I would make sure that in the morning, the first thing I did was go around to every single classroom and just kind of check in and just see how people were doing. Just a hi, how are you? So that people knew I was there for them. And so it's super important to be visible, right? And by doing that, if it's hard for you right now, understandable, just begin, right? Visit 2 classrooms per morning and see what happens. And at PS 123 in New York City, students start every week by writing down 1 personal and 1 academic goal. Teachers noted a 30% increase in completed assignments among students who participated consistently. And these examples show us that small actions done regularly can create significant impact over time. So here's a question. Are you ready to make 2025 the year of consistency? I want to give you 3 practical tips inspired by James Clear's research. First thing is start small. Clear emphasizes the importance of beginning with habits so small that they almost feel effortless. Want to start journaling about your teaching day? Start with just 1 sentence. Want to walk the halls more as a leader? Start with just 1 classroom a day. Start small, build big. Then I would also encourage you to stack habits. Use the concept of habit stacking, pairing a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you already check your email every morning, add a quick review of your daily goals right after. Okay. And then focus on identity, not outcomes. Clear suggests asking yourself, who do I want to become? Right? It's a big question. Who do I want to become? Rather than focusing solely on what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want to be a better teacher, say, I'm the kind of teacher who consistently values and reflects on lessons. This mindset shift helps align habits with your values. So that's important, right? Clear talks about this identity, right? Like when habits begin to form the core and become your identity, they're more likely to stick. So as we celebrate the start of 2025, let's commit to progress over perfection. Remember, progress over perfection. I don't know about you, but I found that in the past, when I set goals that are super big and the first misstep I have, sometimes it's really discouraging. And so that's why I love James Clear's advice to, it's about progress. It's about building consistency. We're all going to slip up. That's going to happen, right? Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll surprise us, right? Maybe you'll surprise yourself. It's a wonderful thing, right? But it's hard out there, right? The real world is hard. It can be demanding and challenging. And so I'm going to work myself this year on building those habits that are small but consistent. Every single year I have had the resolution to lose weight, be healthy. I'm going to again focus on that, but I want to focus on again those small goals, and not just that. Of course, we're talking about health, but there's other goals that I have as well. And I really, really welcome you to join along and comment below. Let me know what your resolution is going to be for this year. What habits you're going to try to improve upon. Please make sure you share. Okay. Progress over perfection. As long as you keep working at it, you're still at it, right? You haven't failed if you keep trying. And remember, big changes come from small actions repeated over time. And so here's a recent news highlight that ties perfectly into our theme of habit formation and consistency. A study published in Higher Education explored how university students' study habits are formed and the challenges they face in changing ineffective routines. The research found that while students often have accurate knowledge about effective learning strategies, they struggle to implement them due to entrenched habits and fluctuating motivation. The study emphasizes the importance of aligning educational strategies with students' behaviors to foster better self-regulated learning. And this underscores the idea that understanding and intentionally shaping our habits can lead to more effective teaching and learning practices. It's a reminder that as we set our resolutions for the new year, focusing on small, consistent changes can help us overcome ingrained habits and truly achieve our goals. Whether you're a teacher setting goals for your students or a leader working to inspire your staff, the key is showing up consistently and trusting the process. Thank you for tuning in to today's New Year's episode of Teach, Lead, Innovate. Remember, you can watch this podcast on YouTube or listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Audible, or any other major platform. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and comment below with your New Year's resolutions or the small habits that you intend to take on this year. I'd love to hear them, and of course, I would love to respond to. So until next time, stay inspired, stay positive, and have the best day ever.